across America. But I'm so glad.
Kid asleep?
Getting there. Why?
Good. I don't want him drowning on Axis Land View. Phyllis is going to tell us about who offed your dad.
How the hell would she know?
You know me. 99% of my stories are 100% accurate. And once you get a taste of this one, my hungry viewers, you'll want justice served up like hot chicken soup on a cold winter day.
She knows it was me, Mom.
How? Did you tell anyone about the shooting?
No, nobody except you and Dad.
Well, besides us, there's only one other person that knows. Want to know the best part? This comes from a source inside the Buchanan family.
You can't say anything about Matthew until Nora and I figure out how we're going to handle it. Now, will you do that?
If I wanted to destroy my nephew's life, don't you think I would have done it a long time ago?
Well, I don't know, Clint, because it seems these days every time I try to figure you out, you never fail to disappoint me.
Oh, my. You mean Phyllis hasn't dropped the bombshell yet?
She's gonna do it any second.
The Rose knows who done it. Trust me, my friends.
Anyone who trusts her, I have a bridge to sell them.
Then don't watch.
Echo told me about the suicide attempt. How's Shane doing?
He's sleeping right now.
Man, that poor kid. Is there anything I can do?
We're just staying low-key for right now. Shane has some pretty heavy-duty counseling tomorrow.
Good, that's good, yeah. And listen, Rex, maybe I don't have a right to ask this, but could you keep me posted?
Of course you have a right to ask.
I mean, Shane is my... He will always feel like a grandson to me.
I know, Charlie. Look, we'll be in touch, okay? Thanks.
Echo, I just talked with Vicky, and I thought about telling her that you let Charlie believe that Rex was his son when you knew all along that Rex was mine. But I didn't tell her, and I won't. I'll keep your secret. You asked me to be a human being. I'm trying.
End of mailbox.
Good news?
Not as good as knowing that you love me. But close.
What's so fascinating?
Oh, well, now that Dad's been cleared, Phyllis Rose says she has some inside story about who really killed Eddie Ford.
A gossip columnist who knows more than the police.
Yeah, well, I'll believe it when I see it.
And now, my peeps, the scoop you've been waiting to hear, or should I say see. Feast your eyes on the biggest news to hit the double L in years. You saw it here first, Ducks. Echo the Recco in a lip lock with none other than the husband of Landview's Queen of Clean. Surprise, surprise.
Mom, you have to know that is a fake. I mean, anyone can alter pictures these days. I mean, come on. We both know that Charlie would never, ever do anything. He would never cheat on you with Echo. I mean, that's crazy.
Oh, yes, it's crazy, but it's true. And if you're wondering where I got my hot little hands on that hot little photo, let's just say my source is a well-known Buchanan personality.
So, you gave her that picture of Charlie
Charlie and Echo together. Checo.
Yeah, you think this is funny?
I think that this is the best thing that could have happened to our custody case. Next to Vicky and Charlie, you and I look like Mr. and Mrs. Family Values.
I don't know what to say.
Oh, don't sweat it. Thank you, works.
So I'm not supposed to care that you just dragged an innocent person through the mud?
I really hope you're not talking about Victoria.
Well, her husband cheated on her. Nobody deserves that.
Don't talk to me about what she deserves, okay?
I know she tried to be fair to me. She's the one person that wanted me to have visitation rights to write her. When Brody and Clint didn't give a damn, she's a good person.
A good person? Is that what you think? How many good people do you know who would pimp out a little girl?
Mom, I don't care what Phyllis Rose says. Come on, we both know that Charlie would never do something like this in a million years.
Yes, he would. He did.
What?
Charlie and Echo, they're in love.
You ready?
For what?
Well, this is kind of our public debut, you know? Hey, you know what? If you don't want to do this, we can just go back to my room or something, really.
Why? Vicky already knows. I mean, there's nothing left to hide. The worst is over, right?
My heart, and yes, I do have one, goes out to Vicky Banks. There's nothing worse than when a hubby starts double dipping. Am I right?
That lying, sneaking slut.
You better not be talking about Phyllis. Oh, I'm not talking about Phyllis. I'm talking about Echo de Savoy. How could Echo do such a thing to Vicky?
Mayor?
Vicky, who took her in, let that woman live under her roof, and now this is her reward? Honestly, that cow, well,
Mayor?
she's gonna regret the day she ever.
Mayor?
What, dear?
That cow just walked in.
Oh, Shane.
He's sleeping.
Can't blame him. He's on overload.
Just glad he dropped off before all the craziness down here. What was all that yelling about?
Clint was here.
I thought that was him.
You missed the best part. I almost took a swing at him.
Are you serious?
That would have been the cherry on top, huh? You come down here to find me beating the hell out of my own father?
I think you're forgetting something. Now, after Matthew shot Eddie Ford, he didn't call you. He called me. And I helped him. I took care of things.
My brother, the hero.
I protected him. And I didn't give him up. Even after I got arrested, I didn't give him up. Now, why do you think I did that?
Yeah, I don't want to get inside your head.
Because I love the boy. And I didn't want to see him go down for shooting Eddie. I still don't. I want Matthew safe.
No, but don't give me that, Clint. You tried to steal him. You wanted to poison him against his parents. That's not keeping him safe. That's tearing him apart.
You don't think Uncle Clint would talk to Phyllis, do you? She said the information came from inside the family.
I don't know. I think that's the very question your father's asking right about now. He's trying to get Clint to keep quiet until we figure out what to do.
What are you guys gonna do, Mom?
I don't know. What do you think we should do?
Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the Minuteman Motel murder. I'll reveal the killer very soon. In the meantime, why was Bo Buchanan so quick to drop the charges against his big brother Clint? Could it have something to do with wife Nora? My sources tell me the night of the murder, Ms. Law and Order had a car accident and can't remember a doggone thing. Could the commissioner be covering for his bride?
That's what I thought too. But I was wrong. And so are you.
I don't know what you guys should do.
My God, Matthew, what is it that you've been thinking about all of this time? Did you actually think you weren't going to have to pay?
Uncle Clint told me that if I kept my mouth shut, then you guys would drop the case and this would all just go away.
Does that sound like us?
No.
No. And you just sat there and watched us search for the killer. You watched Nate Salinger be arrested. Matthew, I prosecuted him. Oh, God, I was so convinced that he either committed the murder or he was covering for his mother.
I know.
You know. You have to answer me something right now. Were you actually going to let Nate Salinger take the rap for you?
When I first recruited Matthew to work for me, all of my motives were not exactly noble.
No, you thought you could take him away from us.
I did. I tried at first. But then the longer I worked with him and I got to know him,
I got to respect him. By God, that kid is smart. And he works like a dog. He's got a great head for business. And if you and Nora get rid of these charges, Matthew will not only be working at BE, he's soon going to be running it.
Under your wing? Not gonna happen.
God, then let him work for another company, whatever it is you want to do. But give the kid the chance to do what he was born to do.
Is this supposed to convince me that you care about him?
I couldn't care more about him if he were my own son.
Oh yeah, you cared about him so much you had him do your dirty work for you. You took Matthew and you fed him full of lies. You lit the fuse. And you knew as soon as everything blew up, Eddie Ford would be dead and my son would be the one with blood on his hands.
What was Clint even doing here?
He heard about Shane.
He is his grandfather, technically.
Yeah, so where was he before tonight?
What did he say?
Just a lot of talk about who did this and how he wants to make them pay.
Oh, he's gonna make them pay? How?
I don't know, and I don't want to know. It's just a little late for that, so I lost it. It got pretty ugly.
Oh, Rex, come on. It's not your fault.
I'd like to think that. Some of the stuff Clint said might be true.
About what?
He says that this would have never happened to Shane if I had been a better father.
Oh.
Is that your best if looks could kill look? Because I'm still standing and so is Charlie. No one can hurt us, and you want to know why? Because we're together now.
Oh, I know that. And now all of Landview does too.
What is she talking about?
I leave you with one last look at the hottest split in the Double L since John McBain left Natalie Banks at the altar.
Wow, Mom, I am so sorry. I never thought Charlie in a million years.
Yeah, neither did I. Thanks.
Although on second thought, I don't know. Charlie really hasn't been the same after Jared was killed.
No, I agree. I agree. And, when he found out that Clint was lying about Rex, for Charlie, it was like losing Jared all over again. At least that's what he said when I walked in on him with Echo.
Oh, you walked in on them?
Yeah, the picture that you saw on the television, that was sent to my cell phone yesterday.
What? Who sent that to you?
Who else? Tess.
I can't see Vicky pimping anybody else. You're gonna have to tell me what you meant.
You need me to explain to you what pimping means. Okay, well, it's when you let just anybody touch your kid however and wherever and whenever they want to.
Are you talking about Vicky Banks? Seriously?
Vicky Banks when she's Nikki Smith, yeah. Vicky, Nikki, Jess, Tess. Where do you think little Jessie got it from?
Well, I've heard stories, but I only know Vicky is Vicky.
Oh, well, aren't you lucky, because Nikki is a walking nightmare. She thought that it was cool just to prop her little girl up on a bar stool and let just any perv.
Oh my God, Tess.
Jessica, actually. When she got molested, she couldn't handle it, so she created me.
I had no idea.
Really? You didn't? Because it's what happened when you jumped on her. She freaked and she sent me out. I'm the one that had to have sex with you.
If I could go back and change that,
Well, you can't change who you are, okay? I'm the one that Jessica turns to when things get a little too nasty. I take one for the team so she doesn't have to. That's why you think I'm such a bitch.
I'm sorry.
I'm what Jessica made me for it, okay? Don't you get it? God. Don't touch me.
I just want to help you. That's all.
You can't. You're a man. You're just like all the rest of them.
Not all men are like the ones who hurt you.
I know. They're not. There was one good one once. His name was Nash. And he was the most wonderful thing that ever happened to me. And when Natalie and Jared killed him.
What?
You know what? Forget it. It's a long story. I don't want to bore you.
You don't have to hide anymore. Not with me. Can I get you anything?
Yeah. A whiskey, but you won't let me drink. So.
Maybe I care about what happens to you.
Oh,
You ever think of that?
Please. You're using me to get what you want. Just like I'm using you.
Come on, Tess, don't push me away.
I don't need your sympathy. I just need you to never talk to me about how Vicky's a good person ever again.
Wait a second, where are you going?
Out, and don't follow me.
How could Tess do something like that? I mean, it's bad enough that she sent the picture to you, but then to send it to Phyllis Rose too?
But darling, that's who Tess is.
Yeah, well, you know what? I am sick and tired of Tess. I'm sick of what she's done to you, to me, to Ryder and Bree, you know? That's it. I am not letting her get away with anything else.
Natalie, honey, don't do this.
I know she's not human, Mom, and she's probably not gonna care, but she's gonna know exactly how I feel.
Well, you're right. She's not going to care, and she's not going to listen, so it's not worth it.
It is to me.
Vicky didn't see that.
Oh, really, Charlie? You should have considered that before you bedded down with this she-wolf.
Yeah, well, that's enough, Dorian. You know, I'm not going to let you talk like that in front of Echo.
You gave me your word, Charlie. You told me that you would stop seeing this woman, but you broke your word. Now, if you'd told me the truth, I could have warned Vicky. Instead, she has to hear about how you've been carrying around all this skanky-panky on a TV show.
Vicky already knew about it from me. For your information, the marriage is over. I never, ever wanted to hurt Vicky, but I fell in love with Echo. I had to tell her.
Hi, my name is Destiny Loretta Evans, and I need to speak with Phyllis Rose, ASAP.
About what?
About one of her stories. She got it all wrong.
Big surprise. Which story?
Who killed Eddie Ford?
Look, when Nate got busted, I really freaked out. I mean, I knew he didn't kill his dad. So I thought everything was just going to be okay.
Oh, okay.
That he would get off.
Right, after how long in jail?
Look, Mom, I know that Nate shouldn't have had to spend one night in jail. But Uncle Clint promised me that you guys would realize that he was innocent.
You know, it's amazing that your Uncle Clint had time for promises. He's been such a busy man. Do you understand that? Oh, he's been planting guns and setting up Nate and setting up Nate's mom and pitting them against each other.
I didn't know that. I just needed someone to tell me that everything was going to be okay.
You knew it wasn't going to be okay when Nate was willing to go to prison to protect his mom.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say something. Uncle Clint told me I shouldn't, but I know that you and Dad needed to know the truth. I'm telling you, Mom, I was on my way here to tell you guys. And then Inez was released.
And you still should have told us the truth anyway. Matthew, do you know your father and I could lose our jobs because of how badly we botched this investigation?
I know, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Me too, I'm sorry. God, what hurts the most is knowing how much suffering we caused innocent people.
No, that wasn't you, that was me. So if you guys have to go ahead and turn me in, I get it. You guys can't break the law, and I don't want you to have to break the law. So when Dad gets home...
What?
I'm ready to confess.
I don't think Matthew should suffer for shooting Eddie Ford. But he pulled the trigger, not me.
But you're the one to blame for it, Clint. You're the one that told him that his mother and I were cheating on each other. You blackmailed Inez into trying to seduce me. You had Eddie Ford kidnap Nora, and you made sure that Matthew knew about it. The state of mind that you had him in, of course he's going to pick up a gun. You might as well have put it in his hand yourself.
Okay. Fine. If blaming me for all of this makes it easier for you to let Matthew go, I'm all for it.
Who says I'm going to let Matthew go free?
Isn't this the time that you should forget about your freaking job and put your family first?
Shane loves you so much, Blossom. He needs you in his life.
He needs both of us. We should have thought more about that when we were split up.
Well, that's never gonna happen again.
I know that. And you know that. Does Shane?
Oh, good, Natalie. I'm glad you reconsidered and came back because there's no point in confronting test therapies.
Natalie's gone? I suppose Charlie's gone too, isn't he? Guess that means I got y'all to myself.
You and Echo in love. I don't know whether to laugh, cry, or throw up.
We didn't do this to get a reaction out of you, Dorian. It just happened.
That's what they all say. It just happened.
Look, Dorian, when I found out that Clint had lied to me about Rex being my son, it practically killed me. And Echo understood how I felt like no one else could.
Is that supposed to sound romantic?
No. But it helped that I had somebody who was as shocked and disappointed as I was.
Oh, really? That was her best acting. Because this woman was not shocked at all.
A damn thing
I do
about this,
so.
Dorian.
I know that you have been in with Clint from the very beginning. Yes, Charlie. The woman has known all along that Rex wasn't your son.
I took an oath, Clint, to protect the people in this city, even worthless people like Eddie Ford. And Nora and I aren't going back on everything we stand for just because you set our son up for murder.
Okay. What do you think your son wants more right now, huh? What do you think he wants right now? How well you do your job, or how well you take care of the people you love?
I'd like to think that he understands that actions have consequences.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then why don't you get Matthew, find a way to have him make it up somehow, privately.
Oh, sure, here we go. You know, one set of rules for everybody else, a private set for the Buchanans. No, I don't want to teach him that. I want him to know that there's a difference between right and wrong.
Well, you know, I'll tell you what is wrong. Taking Matthew with his whole life in front of him and locking him up. Come on. Please, for the love of God, let him go.
You don't think I want to let him go?
What's stopping you?
Knowing that if I do that, he's going to turn out just like his Uncle Clint.
I was at the motel and I was like, I don't even know why I'm here. I don't remember driving or anything.
Okay. Do you remember picking up the gun?
No. No, not at all. It was like 1 minute Eddie Ford was saying those disgusting things about you and Dad. And then I had something in my hand. I don't even think I knew it was a gun until I heard it go off. And then he was on the floor. And there was blood. And that's when I knew. I didn't mean for anyone to die.
Yes, I'll hold.
Miss Evans, is it? Could I have a moment of your time?
Hello, I'm on the phone. I'm holding for Phyllis Rose.
They're never gonna put you through, honey. That woman loves to keep people waiting.
Who are you?
Blanca Morales, WVL News.
I never heard of you.
That's because you're wasting your life watching Access Landview.
Look, what do you want? This is important.
I know, I couldn't help overhearing. You know something about who killed Eddie Ford?
I know it wasn't Nora Buchanan.
And what makes you so sure?
Her son Matthew is my best friend. He told me so.
Really? Interesting. Tell me more.
I need to tell Phyllis Rose.
Phyllis Rose is a gossip monger with a front lace wig. Blanca Morales is a serious journalist with a local Emmy. If you want to prove that your friend's mom is innocent, I suggest you hang up that phone and let Blanca help you set the record straight.
I have to ask you something.
What is it?
Can you face it? Can you face living the rest of your life knowing that you killed a man?
I need to talk to your wife.
She went out.
Celebrate?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure you know what she did to my mother.
Yeah, I do.
Were you in on it with her?
No, but I cannot say I blame Tess.
What?
Sounds like your mother put her through hell.
What do you want, Tess?
Looks like you've been crying, huh, Mommy? I guess you saw Access Lambview. But hey, at least I didn't send Phyllis Rose a picture before I sent it to you.
Are you expecting my thanks?
I learned a long time ago not to expect anything from you.
What does that mean?
You're a hypocrite. Perfect Victoria Worth. Perfect marriage. Well, I know exactly what you are, and now the judge will know too. There's no way you're gonna get to raise Ryder. At least that kid will be safe from you.
Do you really think that Ryder would be safe with you?
I'm done tiptoeing around you, lady. I'm not gonna worry about you shipping me off to the funny farm every day. I deserve to be alive just as much as anybody else. Well, the gloves are off, Victoria. I'm gonna start fighting dirty.
Oh, big surprise.
Drop the custody case. Let me and Ford have the baby.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Wasn't it enough for the whole town to see your husband slobbering on his ex-girlfriend? You want some more? 'Cause I got more. And it's not just about your failure as a wife. That is nothing compared to your failure as a mother.
Shane knows he can count on you. He knows you're here to stay.
I hope so.
We're a family, and nothing is going to change that.
I need to make sure.
We'll work at it. We'll make sure that Shane knows that we're not afraid to talk about the hard stuff.
I think I need to do more than that.
I don't understand. What do you need to do?
Let's just go. We don't have to listen to this.
Of course you want to go. You want to be sure that your precious Chuckles doesn't find out the truth, that you knew all along that Rex wasn't his son.
No, you're wrong, Dorian. Clint lied to both of us. Echo had no idea that Clint was Rex's father.
Oh, would you wise up? Look at her. Open your eyes. She's lying.
You are really some role model, Clint. You tampered with Balsam's paternity test, and then you wouldn't even acknowledge him, your own son? Threw David in a Moroccan prison, left him there to rot? You had some thug kidnap Nora and almost rape her? And then you made your own daughter believe that the wrong man was the father of her son? Oh yeah, that really gives Matthew something to look up to.
Yes, I've made mistakes.
No, you've ruined lives, and Matthew's one of them. And he will never trust you again, and I will never forgive you for what you've done to my wife and both my sons. So don't kid yourself, Clint. You're not doing time, but you will be punished. Oh, God. Oh, what is it? Am I getting through to you now? Finally?
Uncle Clint made it seem like what I did was okay because Eddie Ford was a bad guy.
Well,
like I got rid of him.
That wasn't your job.
No matter how bad somebody is, they're still a human being.
That's right.
He had 3 kids.
Oh, yeah, he treated them terribly, though.
I know they wanted him gone. But it wasn't up to me to make that happen.
So your best friend Matthew Buchanan told you he knows for a fact his mother did not kill Eddie Ford.
Yes.
And you believe him?
Matthew Buchanan is my best friend. He would never lie to me, Miss Morales.
Please, call me Blanca.
Okay, Blanca.
So do you think Matthew actually knows something?
Like what?
Something that proves his mother's innocence.
I don't know. I'm just so worried about him, Miss Blanca. Matthew means so much to me.
Sounds like somebody's seriously crushing on somebody. Are you sure you and Matthew are just friends?
Well, we did kiss once, but it was because he was going through a really rough time and he needed someone.
He was going through a really rough time. Why?
I don't know, but I do know it's been going on for a while.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's not fair for me to walk around free, knowing that I killed somebody.
You didn't set out to do that. Oh.
It doesn't matter. I can't keep making excuses. And I can't blame Uncle Clint for what I did. So I guess you and Dad should just do what you have to do.
Are you asking us to turn you in?
I won't say anything about Matthew, all right? You got what you wanted, so just go.
Your victims will get justice, Clint. Whether you like it or not. And they'll all close their hearts to you, just like you've closed what's left of yours.
Just get out.
How you told me not to cry or you'd give me something to cry about? Well, you sure did, didn't you? You drank, you danced, you let that man put his filthy hands all over me.
It wasn't me. It was Nikki Smith.
Oh, right. Nikki. Now there's someone that would have given Charlie what he wanted.
Oh, please, stop it!
But you lost him. Same way you lost Jesse. And now you're gonna lose Ryder. Hey, but at least you have Natalie. That must make you feel better, huh?
Please stop.
She's living here with Jesse's fiance and the baby they created when they cheated on her.
God, stop! Haven't you done enough?
Oh, what's wrong?
I don't feel very well.
Oh, no. You're not having another heart attack, are you?
If you're referring to what happened when my mom was sick, she had no control over that.
You don't blame her?
No, she has an illness.
Yeah, the same illness Tess has. Although Tess doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. Why is that?
She hurt people when she released that photo. She ever does anything like that again, I will make her regret it.
Come on, Victoria, talk to me. Is it your heart?
Please go away. Go away.
Oh no, are you gonna pass out or something?
It's your fault. Every bit of it.
Oh, is this gonna be like last time when I left you here to die?
Nigel?
I think it's time.
For what?
You turned me down before, but things are different now. So you know what they say, if at first you don't succeed. Gigi Marasco, will you marry me?
Dorian's just doing what she always does. Making trouble for us. If you don't believe me about Rex, ask Clint.
Oh, do you think he'll back you out?
Clint knows that I had no idea that Rex wasn't Charlie's son.
What devil's bargain did you make?
No bargain. Ask Clint.
I will. Thank you.
I'm sorry you had to listen to that.
It's all right.
No, it's not all right. Look, you heard the same DNA results that I did. Of course, you had no idea that I wasn't Rex's father.
No, my love. Of course I didn't know.
It sounds like Matthew could really use his best friend right now. Maybe you should talk to him and try to find out what's bothering him. I have to take this, but here's my card. Call me. We can pick up exactly where we left off.
Prison isn't the answer. There has to be another way.
I wish there was, Mom, but I really don't think there is. Dad, what happened with Uncle Clint?
He's not going to say anything about what you did, Matt.
Oh, thank God.
Of course, he's not going to take any responsibility for setting you up.
Oh, that's typical.
He used you, son. He set this whole thing in motion, and then he just sat back and watched.
He'll get what's coming to him. Sooner or later. Clint Buchanan is going to get exactly what he deserves.
Bye-bye, Victoria. Don't cry, Victoria. Hope you die, Victoria.
God, you're annoying. Oh, and it's Nikki Smith to you, bitch. And I'm not dying. Nikki Smith is alive!
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.
On the next One Life to Live.
Will you marry me?
There's no way she's spending another night here.
Nikki is alive!
You got something to hide to Los Delgado?
What do we do with this?